Hello everybody, it is Demo Donna here. There we go. Always good to make sure you guys can see me. So thank you for joining me tonight. This is Demo Donna coming to you from Queen & Company. And I am going to be showing you guys the number shaker kit, which I put all the way over here. Here we go. The number shaker kit. This is an extremely awesome kit. It's very basic. It is dies and foam and acetate. Keeps it pretty simple, right? 10 steel dies, 10 outline dies. That's right. You get your decorative dies and your outline dies together in this kit. And then you get 36 foam and acetate pieces. And I know that 10 numbers times 3 does not equal 36. So I am happy to report there are extra ones in here, since there's a lot of 15, 16, 17, 18. You know how the numbers work. What I really love about this kit is the size of the actual shakers, and then the fact that you get the outline dies and the decorative dies together. You can do so much more than just create shakers. So I'm going to show you kind of the basics. Oh, and then hi everybody. It is apparently snowing and a blizzard here too. I'm coming to you from Minnesota. Minnesota. I know I'm not the first to come up with that. So here are all of these very fun samples, but I'm sure you could see a little different here. So this is me using the actual shaker. And then here, this is me popping up one of our foundation dies and then using basically like my scraps and then still using our number dies to create a shaker. So I'm going to be showing you samples of that as well this evening, which is really fun because I know we all have that anxiety. Oh my gosh, what do I do when I run out of foam? There's so many numbers I need to make cards with. Well, look at how fabulous these numbers are. These are not shakers. These are just my outline dies and my decorative dies together on a piece of paper for you guys, so you can see how beautiful and great this kit is without being a shaker. And then I created a fun little toss background here, and those are the negatives when you pop out the pieces from your decorative dies. So just wanted to show you the versatility of this awesome kit. Okay, I am also going to be using, I did tap in to another one of my favorites tonight. So it's a little bit of a mashup, just a tiny bit. But I'm also using a few dies and stamps from the surprise party kit. I am using the fabulous happy birthday die, as well as that fun little, I should have brought cards over with me, that was silly. So as well as the fun little topper of the hat. And then I'm also using some of the stamps. So mind you, if you've got Queen & Company kits, I'm sure you've got some fabulous happy birthday stamping options. But the surprise party birthday is really awesome. You've got happy belated birthday, happiest of birthdays to you, wishing you a big slice of happy birthday, celebrating you today, make a wish. So a lot of good birthday stamp sayings. All right, I am also using the Color Splash Basics 6x6 paper pad. This is really great because you have nice tone on tone, solid colors. I know a lot of people always ask about, more masculine color palettes like the blues and the greens. Well, this is definitely a really good way to achieve that. Like, I love this color palette here with the blues and the yellows and the teals. Really fun. There's more teal, that beautiful bright green. And these are nice because they're not super dark. Like, I love this red color. It's not a deep dark red. This is a really good, to me, like perfect for birthday, perfect for your numbers. And this used to be a 12 by 6, so maybe if you have not seen this before, it might be new to you in a 6 by 6 paper pad. So check that out. Color Splash, it's currently in stock. Woohoo! Those are exciting things. Okay, I am going to start with my blue card. And you guys know the drill. Foundation die number 8. Foundation die number 3. And I'm going to layer those two together. But I have to walk around the corner and grab my adhesive because my son had a poster due and, of course, moved all my things. We all know that, right? As craft moms, that sometimes those little children or grandchildren or neighbor kids borrow your stuff. It happens to the best of us. Usually oh my goodness, look, he might have used all of these. I think he did. I might actually have to go around the corner and grab more adhesive. Okay, here we go. So here is my basic foundation number 3 on top of foundation die number 8. Sorry, had to grab more rolly adhesive. I'm back. Okay. Whew. There we go. Okay, once you've completed this part, what I did next is from foundation die number 19, and I do want to give you guys a warning, I am using a lot of different foundation dyes, but they're all in stock. Normally I try to stick with like 1 or 2, but I just kind of went crazy and just used all the things. So here is number 19, and then you cut out number 19 first. So you can nest these together and run them through your die cut machine when you have a larger die. So let's say I was doing number 3. So because that fits in there and that doesn't overlap, I can run these two together at the same time. But in this case, number 19 is smaller than number 13. So I had to run number 19 first. Once you cut that out, then you go ahead and place number 13 on it and run that through a second time. And that's how you get that very cool, beautiful stitched burst background. And that is 19 and 13. 19's pretty new. I love these rounded edges. I need to use them more. But you know, there's a lot of fun things to do. Okay, next, because I didn't have an ink quite this color, so when that happens, I try to incorporate my stamped image ink in other places on my card. So I just want to show you guys a quick little trick. Ignore my very messy mat. I do clean it sometimes, but it really likes to stain. So this is just a craft mat, and I literally took some of my blue ink and I stamped right into it. You can also dab your little ink on there, but I just wanted to get a good amount of color, so I just inked my little tool into it. And then I just went all around the edges, and I am not a professional inker, which is why I come up with other tricks to make whatever I do look a little better. And what I mean by that, there are people that do this brilliantly and it looks like airbrushing. That's not my jam. What I've always preached is I'm kind of good at a bunch of different things versus I am an amazing, blank blank alcohol marker user or a watercolor user. I can get away with doing things good enough. So I am going to be using from foundation die number 12, my stars, and I'm doing a little stenciling with my stars, and I am just tapping it right over, and I'm taking my same one star and I'm just going all around to create this fun kind of star pattern, just like so. And then this way, you don't have to really worry about your talent in the blending department. Plus, you know, it's a birthday card for a whatever number I'm using. Oh, 17. So they might be judgy, but that's okay. Okay, there we go. Very cool, very simple. As you could see, you can try this at home. All right. I also, here was my original one, and I actually like my second one better. I like it a little darker and smudgier. What can you say? So I also took, so here's my stamped out design, Happiest of Birthdays to You, and this is from foundation die number 13. And then I'm just gonna go ahead, I know I already did it, but just to show you, I am just inking up the edges because it's pretty small. I'm just holding it in my hand and inking it up. And that helps pull in that color together. And you can do this with your flowers, you can do this with your stars, you can do this with your endless shaker dies by just, oh, we don't want blue ink on the ground. Okay, so now that we have that completed, I am going to add this guy here. There we go. And just drop that guy right here. Very fun. It helps when you actually put adhesive on it, but who's counting? There we go. Aha. All right, next what we are going to do is create our awesome shakers. And I am gonna do 17. I already stuck the one on the outline die. And again, this is that really nice dark blue from the Color Splash paper pad. And I am going to peel that off. And now I am going to layer this down. Because it's really thin, I took the center out. There we go. And now we have a great place for our shaker toppings. Okay, so I am going to take, I got very excited. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I just noticed today, obviously, because I'm working with this pad, but the new iridescent bubbles topping set really matches perfectly with the Color Splash paper pad. I was very excited, like this blue. Hello, like, I don't know how they knew. This is what I was gonna be using. Let's see how many I spill on my desk tonight. Ooh, I got them all in there. Woohoo! I hope you all woohooed for me. Like cheering, like you're watching sports, you know? Like scream loudly from your craft room, like, woohoo, she did it. Very exciting moment. Okay, I'm also gonna add, you know, I think I'm just gonna go blue and green. I'm going to add a little bit of this green, just a little bit. Ooh, there we go. Very fun. Okay, and I hope you enjoy my overstuffing. I think I'm going to take like 3 blues out. There we go, just 3. So there's a little bit more movement. Okay, and I'm scooching them over here. You guys go over there till the show's over. Okay, I like that. Thank you for the woohoos, everybody. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. We need to cheer more, right? We need to just shout in excitement. Let everybody know that we enjoy crafting more than sports. Okay, I'm gonna take my number 1 piece of acetate. I'm kind of starting in the center. I'm keeping an eye on the top and the bottom. Once I'm happy with it, I give it a good squish. That one's good to go. My number 7. There we go. I don't even know if I know anyone at 17 anymore. Let's see. Maybe. The youth. Okay. There we go. 17. How fun. It even looks cool with the white. Like if I had cut out white decorative dies, but I didn't. So we are sticking the blue decorative dies right over that. Oh, good. My sheer glue is here. Always double check your supplies after you let a teenager create a project in your office before you go live. That's my advice to you guys. Okay. Awesome. Got my beautiful decorative die. I'm going to let that dry for a second by flipping it over. I'm going to take my 7. Yay! Well, hi, Lynn. Oh, 71. See? 17 or daughter 17, someone else used a 71. See, there we go. Okay, number 7. There you go. I got a little sloppy with my sheer glue. It happens sometimes. Give it a second, let that dry. My 1 is happy. I think we're gonna flip you over. There we go. Okay. As those guys are drying, I'm going back to my stars. And the stars from foundation die number 12 are very cool because they are dimensional. So I'm going to be using my little star that I used as a stencil just to show you how easy. And obviously you can use these flat like this, or you can pop them up and make them dimensional. And all you do is fold them over on these little dotted lines. And you can do 1 at a time, you can do 2 at a time, but just give them a good fold, like so. And now you have this really cool dimensional die. Awesome. Who doesn't love a good star die for their birthday cards? I do. Okay. Oh, we could totally do 71. I mean, it's exciting here. Endless possibilities. I don't know if I know anyone that's 71 either. They're either older than 71 or 17. Okay, I am just going to use a little sheer glue and cheat. I should be using red liner tape too, but I'm going to do my 1 up here and my 7 down here. And I'm trying to move my little spillage by making it worse. All right, I used from foundation die number 6, this lovely, nice textured border. I also used 14 and number 8. So we are gonna glue all these guys together. And just think, I still have another card after this. Yes, I was very ambitious. I was so excited with the numbers because there's so much you can do with these that I had to show you basically 3 shakers. Okay, I'm gonna layer this down. So I just kind of scooched in the middle. You can also use a wet adhesive. And this foundation die number 8, this is the larger one of the borders. It fits perfectly on the stars. So that works so nice. And then I'm gonna layer the stars right here on this border. Give it a little extra adhesive. And I'm gonna center it. There we go. Throw that guy across the table. There we go. Oh, yay, happy birthday, 71 this year. So exciting. See what happens when you claim you don't know anyone, then everyone's like, hi, excuse me. That's me you're talking about. Okay, so here's my fun little star banner. And I am going to just do another layer of rolly adhesive. There we go. And I've also got my little happiest of birthdays to you. And I'm gonna stick that right there. And then we're gonna add our stars. Really simple. Grab some of your scrap foam and just pop that in the center. And you can, I'm gonna cover up my little hole that it's a tag and add that one there. Add another piece for this guy here. And I'm actually gonna layer these two on each other a little bit. For up here, we've got a star there. And another one here. So fun. Using those stars, using the dimension, after you stick them on, you could squish them around a little bit more. We cannot forget the most exciting part, which is the embellishments. And I am going to, the embellishments. In my mind, it's gonna be, I think I'm gonna use some of the baubles because I saw them on my samples and loved them. So I am gonna go bobble, bobble, bobble. And I'm using my finger tools to grab these. And what I love about these guys, they're gonna take a minute to dry, but they totally reflect the light around them. They're very poppy. So we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do some of these too. Remember, I sometimes have embellishment overload, but I can't help it. When you've got such cute options at your fingertips, it's hard not to. All right. There we go. If you guys have not seen the adorable baubles, they are these guys. They are super, I don't know if sparkly is the word. They really reflect the light very coolly. As you could see down here, they have a really cool like opalescent-ness to it. And they are flat backed. So they're flat on one side, so you can use them on the outside of your card or the inside of your shaker. All right, guys, are you ready for card number 2? I don't know what time it is, but we're gonna go for it anyways. I know you guys like that. You like when we just go rogue. Okay, so again, we have foundation die number 8. We're gonna layer it with foundation die number 3. Throw some rolly adhesive down. I love these dots. There is, if you look at your paper pad, there's fun random dot patterns like the one over here with the green and the blue. And then there are ones like this that are like lined up. I could show you my pad. So you see, you've got 2 different dot options. You've got the stripes and then you've got the tone-on-tone pattern paper. But look at these fun color palettes. So you have 2 different dot options, the stripes, and then kind of like the random, very fun. Baubles. Thank you, Lynn. Baubles I'm using, and they come in the world's cutest little containers. And I believe there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there's 8 colors. And I just love them. And probably like you guys, I use them sparingly because I want them to last forever. You know, clearly, I want to be making my 99th birthday card with a few baubles left that I've saved over the years, being a hoarder and all. Okay. No, that's not true. Use them up, you guys. Have fun. All right. foundation dye 8, foundation dye 3. Then we did another foundation dye 3, and I ran it through my hearts. And this is the embossing folder. We have our sets of embossing folder. We sold them a while ago and they sold out, and we weren't planning on returning them, but everyone went bananas. And yes, I'm talking about you. I know one of you are out there that went bananas and said, I have to have these back. So they came back, and now they are available just for you. You're welcome. Okay, next I am using foundation dye number 10. And the cool thing about your foundation dyes like this, and when you're going to create this kind of shaker, is your foundation dye also acts as your outline dye. So what I did is I then cut another one, and I was able to nest the 4 inside. Actually, I think I did it 2 different times, but you might have enough room to nest your number inside and cut that out. And then what I did is I basically put them together like this. So they're not glued, I just have those laid on top of each other. Oh my gosh, I keep almost dropping my scissors on my foot. That's not a good idea. It's a dangerous crafting maneuver. It's risky, this paper crafting. Okay, so I just set that down. I put 2 tiny little bits of adhesive. I'm just using this as a placeholder because I want my foam to go all around the edges. So this is when you could take your good old baggie like this of all your saved foam, and you can start building around this piece with your scraps, or you can also take the negative piece, and since I already stuck this on here, but what I did was I then took the negative piece of the 4 foam left on the actual sheet of foam numbers, and I just cut it out and placing it right over where this 4 was. So this is, you know, what it looked like for a second. And then once I had that foam down, I peeled that 4 out. So I hope that makes sense. I oddly enough did not bring all my little pieces over to show you that demonstration live. So that is something else that you can do with your foam that you save, is you can use that negative space. Okay, and now we're gonna create our shaker without throwing everything around the table. Wish me luck. Okay, again, I mean, how perfectly do these iridescent bubbles match the splash paper pad? It's crazy. So I'm gonna take 1, maybe 2 scoops of those, and I'm gonna do a scoop of the pink. And I think that's it. Yeah. Ooh. Oh gosh, there's other options on my table staring at me. That's never good. No, just commit to it. Don't. Ooh, I'll put diamonds. Diamonds. Ha 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 ha. You guys were saying that, weren't you? Diamonds. Do it, Demo. Throw some diamonds in there. There we go. Okay. Then I am taking a piece of acetate from our foam and acetate sheets, which I am using more than once today. And to cut this out, all I did was take, where'd that 4 go? I took my piece of acetate and I grabbed my little 4 and I just cut around it. So making sure it was gonna be big enough to go on the outskirts of this 4. Peel that off, stick that on, and all you have to make sure is that it covers up all your foam, because you don't want your adorable little iridescent baubles flying all over the place. I am gonna mix up my diamonds. There we go, and look at that. And this is Oh no, Donna, my foam and acetate refills for the numbers are gone. What will I do? This is what you do. We get creative and we go, you know, I'm going to come up with some exciting ways to use my awesome number dies. All right. By the way, I do believe we have the foam and acetate refills in stock. So don't worry. I don't want to cause a frenzy over the waves. Okay, I am going to stick that on there. And you can see you can see the foam kind of around there. The reason is because our foam pieces, I'm sure you've noticed, are just a little bit smaller than the decorative dies, so it covers them up. So you see, they're just a little bit smaller, so it covers them up. So you actually see the foam, but I kind of like it. It looks like a shadow. So I think it looks awesome. And then what you're gonna do is take this guy and smack that right on top there. So I am gonna take my sheer glue again. All right, and just layer that on there. And now you've got a really fun shaker without using your foam pieces. Okay, we are gonna stick this guy down here. I am going to be using my red liner tape. So let's take a piece of my 1/4 inch red liner tape. Like so. I don't know why I'm fighting my scissors tonight. Everyone takes turns. Sometimes it's the glue, sometimes it's the toppings. Today it's the scissors and the Rolly adhesive. Okay, I added my piece of red liner tape, a little sheer glue, make sure your number isn't upside down, stick my number 4 on my card. Woohoo! Okay, now we are going to be using, so we used the stamp from Surprise Party. The next thing I did was taking a piece, and I've showed you guys this before, so taking a piece of your double-sided foam, remember we used a piece of the acetate, so this is from the foam, double-sided foam sheets, and I took a piece of this, I took the die that I'm going to use, and I cut out a piece of the paper. I stuck it on one sticky side, then placed my die, ran it through my die cut machine, and now I have a nice, cool, dimensional birthday wishes. And when I pulled it out, of course, I didn't get the backing. So let's go ahead and add this now. And I'm gonna do my B, and it's got adhesive on the back, so that's another great thing. So this die, Birthday Wishes, is from the Surprise Party kit, which is very cool, which makes another huge reason to love the Surprise Party kit, because it has this awesome die in it that says Birthday Wishes. Let me see. I need that guy to scoot over just a little bit and come down. There we go. Okay, that's much easier than dealing with glue and your tiny thin little pieces of paper. And again, that came from the double-sided foam, sticking a piece of whatever decorative paper on one side and then running it through your die cut machine. And Birthday Wishes and the stamps are from Surprise Party, as well as these cute little guys are the hat toppers. Okay, so now we're just gonna add some of these fun little embellishments, and then you get to go back to your exciting lives watching the snowfall, or watching the snowfall on the news and going, oh my goodness, thank goodness I don't live somewhere cold. I used to say things like that, and look at me now. All right, so I am going to take my double-sided foam, and I'm going to do one up here, and I'm going to add in this a little bit from the topper of the hat. And I'm gonna do the same thing down here, except that's way too big. Ooh, there we go. I found a little one. Okay, flip that over. We're gonna add that one right about there. Oh, we're gonna do that. I had another white one, but it did not want to make an appearance on the card this evening, so we're gonna do it just like that. And you know what? I'm gonna take my bitty buttons and we are gonna stick little bitty buttons. And of course I'm gonna do the hearts because those are so stinking cute. So let's dump that out. Ooh, I'm gonna need a pink heart here. And I think I'm gonna need a white heart on the other one. Come on, glue, everybody's watching you. I think I'm gonna do another little heart here. There we go. And I'm gonna drop you there. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. They remind me of little pig noses. The little hearts with the little buttonholes in them. Okay, let's take a white heart for the center of my pink flower. Scoot those guys over. Throw some of those guys out. I mean, I don't know why I didn't do a glue drop while I was here a second ago, but that's okay. Sometimes you need different glue drops for different colors. This is not true. I am making fun of myself. Okay, there we go. Don't they look like little pig noses? You'll never look at heart buttons the same. I know. Okay, and then of course, I am going to grab some of the beautiful little pink iridescent, not iridescent, they're transparent. I know better than that. Okay, and then we're gonna do a little light pink here. I mean, when you have a 4th birthday, there's no such thing as too many embellishments, in case you guys were wondering. No such thing. All right, we did it. We had fun. I could have added baubles too, next time. All right, here we go, you guys. Different ways to create shakers, especially when you run out of your foam and acetate, because you know, it happens to the best of us. You can use a nice, like even this one, you can use number 19 and then cut out, you could even get 100 in there. 100 for all those 100th birthday parties you go to. You can create a fun shaker with that. So here are our 2 cards this evening. We used the number shaker kit, which includes the decorative die, the outline dies, and then 36 foam and acetate pieces. I also brought in my good friend surprise party kit for a stamp and a few dies, and the super exciting color splash basics. Thank you guys so much. I will be posting a photo of these cards on the Facebook royalty page. So if you have any questions or you loved tonight's demo, feel free to comment. Thank you guys so much. And don't you worry about me, Jill. I am headed to Florida next week, so I will be very warm. Goodbye, everybody.